beautiful baked glazed ham. Before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna score the top. It gives it a really nice appearance. I'm not cutting too deep, and after this bakes for a bit, I'm gonna pour a really yummy glaze over the top and it'll settle into the cracks. Really, really good. All right, I've gone in one direction. Now I'll turn and sort of cut in a diagonal. I love getting together for Sunday brunch after church. Sunday is a little bit more of a relaxed day for us. There's no cattle work going on. We eat and then just talk. It's really fun. Okay, got it all scored. Now, the last thing I do before I put it in the oven is dot the whole surface with cloves. It gives it a really pretty appearance when it bakes, gives it a nice flavor. Takes a little time, but boy, is it worth it. All right, it's all covered in cloves, looks so pretty. Now the ham is actually fully cooked, so it's just about warming in the oven. It's gonna go into a 325-degree oven for about 2.5 hours until it's nice and warm, and it's gonna look gorgeous. Now, after I take it out of the oven, I'm gonna pour a really beautiful glaze over the top, so I'll get started on that so I have it done after church. Starts with 3 cups of brown sugar. Great start to any glaze. That's 3. Now I'm gonna squeeze in a 1/2 cup of spicy brown mustard. Gives it really good tang, really good flavor. And then I'll add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. 1, 2. And then finally, one of my favorite ingredients in the world, pop. I'm just gonna pour in a whole can. Get the heat going, and I'm just gonna let this come to a boil. All right, the glaze is looking great. It's started to thicken. It's a beautiful color. So I'm just gonna put the lid on the pan, and it'll be ready when I get back from church. I'm back at the lodge. Time to pull this yummy meal together, starting with this ham, which smells so good and is so heavy. Oh my goodness. Oh, it just looks gorgeous. All right. Now I'm actually going to use the roasting pan that I used for the ham to make gravy. So I'm gonna grab the rack and transfer it over to a new pan. And now it's time to brush this glorious sweet glaze all over the top. This glaze smells so good. It's amazing, it just has 4 ingredients. It's so easy and it makes the ham taste so good. You've got that great mix of savory and sweet. All right, the ham is perfectly glazed, so I'm gonna stick it back into the same oven for about 15 or 20 minutes. Probably the most important thing I need to do is make the ham gravy. I'm gonna turn on the heat under the pan, and now I've got some good grease from the ham, but not a whole lot. The ham was already fully cooked. So I'm gonna supplement the grease from the ham with a little bit of butter, well, 1/2 stick or so, or 3/4 of a stick or so. I wanna be sure to have enough gravy. And the basis of any gravy recipe is fat. Okay, now I'll just whisk it around to get it to melt. That took no time at all. Okay, now the other important component of gravy is flour. So I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup. I'm gonna sprinkle it all over the fat in the pan so it's evenly distributed. Making gravy is never an exact science. You basically just assess how much grease you have in the pan, add enough flour to make a paste. All right, this is looking good. So I'm gonna make sure the heat's on about medium, and I'm just gonna whisk as I pour in the milk. That looks good. Okay, now it's just about babysitting the gravy, cooking it, whisking it the whole time until it gets really, really nice and thick. The family's here, the meat is carved. We're all set for a spring brunch with glazed ham, biscuits, and gravy. Perfect.
Outstanding. The ham is fantastic.
I'm with Papa. This ham is outstanding.
Easy beef tenderloin with holiday pesto.
Ooh, wow.
And I'm creating a DIY carving station so their guests can make their own bites.
Ooh, zing.
Right.
Yeah, so this is really easy to do. You know, don't get weirded out by, you know, tenderloin or beef loin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very simple to do. We're just going to brush it, we're going to rest it, then we're going to roast it.
Brush, rust, roast. All right, what do you want me to do
so,
here?
a whole lot of black pepper.
All right.
Yeah, loosen it up so it's nice and coarse. And matter of fact, I might help you a little bit. We also have some salt here, and then, come on, GZ, you know what this is.
Smoked paprika.
Yeah, it's Hungarian hot paprika.
Whoa, even better.
So smoky and spicy. If you can't find it, it's just, you know, smoky paprika and some cayenne pepper. Mix it together to your fire level. All right, so that's gonna go onto a baking sheet that I've got lined with some plastic wrap because I'm gonna roll this tightly in a minute. This is our loin right here, nice and trim. Take all the fat off of it. It's looking really good. Doesn't taper too much, but I do like that end of it. And then just kind of come in and brush.
If it is tapered, you could tuck it under and tie it off also. I don't want to stop grinding here while you're looking.
Yeah, because you need a lot of black pepper. All right, so olive oil on all sides of our loin here. And like Jeff said, if you don't want to cut off the tapered ends, you can just tuck them. Okay, Jeff, then just hit over the salt.
Okay.
Just a little sprinkle.
Very nice.
And then our hot Hungarian paprika.
Oh, that's great. You know, Sonny, like, tenderloin is sort of getting a resurgence, right?
It
It's come
is.
back big, and I'm so happy.
Yeah.
But it takes so much seasoning. That's what's great about it. So chili, paprika, all that stuff you're doing is so nice.
It's so great for a crowd, too.
Yeah.
You know, you have a really impressive dish that actually doesn't take a whole lot of effort.
No, it doesn't.
That's right. So
Really
look,
good holiday dish.
I'm just coming in here, kind of getting a little bit of contact space on our loin. And then because I have it pre-set up with the plastic wrap, I'm just gonna kind of go in here.
I love that.
Oh, refrigeration.
Give yourself a nice little burrito wrap on the ends here.
Do you do that overnight, Sonny?
You can do it overnight, but if you're in a pinch, you know, countertop for a couple of hours
Yep.
does the trick, and I've got one right here.
Okay.
It's tender enough. It's not like you got to make it any more tender. Wow.
So look at this baby, huh?
Ooh.
After it sits, it just really deepens in color.
And that's all going to add to that crust.
Oh, yeah, you need a nice crust for this. Just roll it right onto your baking sheet with the wire rack. If you happen to have one of those cavernous, like turkey ones or whatever, you can use that as well. Just put it in the bottom of the cavern. So we're gonna go into a 450-degree oven, really screaming hot, you know, GZ, for about 20, 25 minutes. We're gonna let it rest, which we've done. But before we bring it up, we're gonna make our pesto that goes with it on the side. That's gonna really help it kind of be like, you know, do-it-yourself guests. Enjoy the apps, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the drinks, but make your plate on your own. So this is some parsley, some sage, flavors of fall, mint, which I really think does not happen enough in savory dishes.
I would agree.
Some rosemary.
Okay.
Pecans. I love pecans instead of pine nuts. They're the inexpensive way to do pesto for many. Some garlic.
It's the festive holiday pesto.
It is. It's a very
I
festive
like it.
holiday pesto.
Yes.
Little lemon zest and fresh lemon juice. Before I even go into blitzing, I'm just gonna hit it with some black pepper.
You handle that. I'm done.
And then hit it with some salt. Jeff, matter of fact, if you don't mind grabbing the tenderloin and throwing down some nice slices on it.
So you let this rest, right?
Yeah, let it rest for, you know, as long as you want. You know, you can eat this room temp.
Look at that baby.
Chill,
Wow.
warm. Look at this honey bunny right here. Look at this. Come on.
Look at that.
360 degrees.
Look at that jiggle.
Yeah, and that's really gonna tell you. You touch the center, you kind of feel like it's nice and medium rare on the inside there.
125, right?
120, 125. Take it about 10 to 5 degrees below that out of the oven. So if you do an internal thermometer and see that it's at about 115, 110, take it out, tint it, cover it up. That carryover cooking is gonna get you to the mark.
How long how thick of a slice you want here, Sonny?
I'm a thin slicer.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
you know.
want it to go. It's an appetizer. It's
Yeah,
not
we're
a
gonna
main
put it
dish.
onto some crostinis, so thin slicing is kind of gonna do the trick.
No cheese, right, Sonny?
No cheese in this.
I like that. Careful, Jeff.
I'm trying everything in my power not to steal one, but I'm... Oh, that was a bad cut.
If you take the end, I'm not mad. I'm not mad if you take the end, because it's really hard not to.
I am.
Ooh, it's crunchy from all that.
A nice little spice crust going on there.
Beef loves pepper.
When I catered, you know, I never really did a lot of apps. It was all about like what was left from the previous cook, like lots and lots of shredded pork. Put it on a crostini. You know, that was my trick. Put whatever you have on a crostini. Goat cheese, who cares? But it's really nice around the holidays when you have your friends and family over to do something special. So just a little bit of olive oil over the top. So it happens when everyone scoops out.
How you doing over there, Mauro?
Oh, man. We're going,
There you go,
guys.
your holiday
We're moving.
pesto, red and green little bits of love in there. How you doing over here,
We're
Jeff?
good. I'm not, I don't want to cut all of it because I want something to bring to the hotel room tonight, but.
Look
All right,
at that.
but look at that. That is a heck of a start.
I shall take it.
Yes, madam.
Ooh.
Oh.
And here you have it.
Oh, beautiful.
Look at that. A carving station.
It's a carving
I love
station.
it.
Literally all we need is that little lamp that goes right
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
And someone behind the scenes parsing it out so you don't get
Yeah, it looks like.
I mean, that's
looks like tuna,
impressive.
the way you cooked it.
Jeff, you want to
it
hook
does.
up?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, pretend you're at my party,
Okay,
Jeff.
so I'm
Yeah,
here and I got
you're here.
crackers. I
on,
like
Jeff.
these type of crackers.
Yeah, we're playing music. Mm-ts.
And look at that beautiful, festive holiday pesto right there.
You're not
Isn't that-
even moving to the music.
Sorry.
This is a great party. I love the drinks. Hey.
I haven't seen
What are you doing for New Year's?
Jeff,
that's a
what
ra-
is going on with your ratio?
That's my favorite ratio right there. And look at this, just because I can,
Yeah,
This?
a little dollop on top. Double dollop,
Dollop?
one cracker,
yeah.
a mound of meat.
Okay.
This is how I do build
Like
your
how you
own
do.
carving station.
I like your style.
Here?
That's going in.
Just go to the grocery store and get one of those
Yeah,
assorted
that
boxes
seems
of water
good.
crackers if you don't want to make the crostini out of your baguettes. Just as good. Yeah.
Holy Moses.
Holy
So simple.
Oh man, I gotta go in more. What was I talking about?
I know, we were talking about this, Jeff. Is the Chicago man liking my meat? You like it?
First of all, the meat is perfect, and you need that peppery crust on it.
Yeah.
Because it almost like slows you down a little bit, right? 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like, you savor each bite, and it's got that cracker-like texture on the outside. And that is a necessity in every bite.
Yeah.
All the herbs in there, the lemon makes it zing.
Sage, mint,
Spicy,
rosemary.
it's complex.
This is one of the first things I ever made when I started cooking in a professional kitchen. And I'm gonna do it exactly the way I did it, I don't know, 30 years ago. I'm just gonna take a paring knife, make some slits in the fat, and we're gonna keep the fat on here. So I'm just gonna take garlic and just put it right into the prime rib. A lot of people that watch Food Network ask me, like, are you friends with the other Food Network hosts and chefs? Do you guys hang out together? And really, the bottom line is, like, absolutely. So we want the roast to get nice and crusty and crispy. You might be alarmed by how much salt I put on here, but we're not gonna actually eat all this salt. It's actually gonna form a crust, and it's gonna keep the prime rib incredibly juicy. And of course, some pepper. We're gonna start this at 450 degrees for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it down to 350 degrees, and we'll let it cook through for about 3.5 hours. There we go. It looks like it's almost a perfect medium rare, but now I wanna let it rest, and it will continue to cook for a while.
Ooh, it's smelling good in here. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm sorry it took me a long time to get ready.
I know, I was just telling these guys, I was like, where does she go?
I had a nice bubble bath.
Okay, I like
What
that.
is going on here? Look at that nice salty crust.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take all that off now.
My mouth is watering.
You see how juicy that is? That's because the fat cap just kind of protected it. So I'm making my sauce in the roasting pan. There's some drippings on the bottom. I'm going to put some shallots in there to glaze the pan
Gosh, it smells so good.
and the prime rib. How about some red wine? Want to throw
Okay.
some red wine in there?
Just like a half a cup or more?
Like half a bottle.
Oh, half a bottle.
Yeah. Put that in there. Beautiful. And then a little bit of red wine vinegar.
Oh, yeah? Does that give it a tang?
Yeah, a little acidity. And then some black peppercorns.
Ooh.
And that's gonna be the sauce. So it's gonna be basically a red wine and thyme and butter sauce.
I am known for my big appetite in this group. I'm looking at this prime rib like this might even be big for me.
Show me the secret to slicing a prime rib.
All right, so you want to follow the bone here. So if you look at this, you kind of want to go in between it, and then just kind of straight down. So let's see what this is going to look like.
It's really hard for me to make conversation right now.
I
It's
hear
like
you.
hard to concentrate.
That's the end cut.
Oh my God, look at this.
Gorgeous.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bobby, that meat looks amazing from over here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, God, look at that.
Oh, I forgot about my trifle. I gotta get the trifle
Don't
out.
forget the trifle. We need that trifle.
Ooh, this looks so nice.
Count me as 2.
Okay, you got it.
Look at this.
And Christmas dinner is served. All right, prime rib, everybody. Make way for the star of Christmas, prime rib. All right, guys.
It's my stuffed beef tenderloin with the beautiful winter flavors of dry cranberry, dates, some fresh thyme, sage. And we're gonna make it very easy for you to cook at home. So starting with the beef tenderloin. This is the center cut portion of the tenderloin, which we are gonna butterfly and stuff. Okay, first, Geoffrey, you're gonna sue for me. I gotta chop this sage and mince these fresh chives.
That's it?
That's all you need to do. I just need
Take
you
your
by
time,
me.
Jeezy.
I just want you
the
by me.
vibes.
I want the vibes from you, all right? So here's our tenderloin, right? You wanna make sure that silver skin is off, it's nicely trimmed, it's even. All right, you could do this with the whole tenderloin, but then you have the lobes on the end that you have to kind of tuck under. This is easy, this feeds a family of 6 like that. And we're gonna butterfly, so you want a sharp boning knife. And all we're gonna do is about 1/2 of an inch from the bottom. We're gonna start using that knife, all right? This is kind of partially done. You can have your butcher do this. But all you're gonna do is make a quick little, nice even cut like that. And then when you get to the end here, you just kind of splay it open a little more so it's like a book.
Always think of it like a paper towel roll that I'm unrolling.
Yeah, nice. Before we start on our stuffing, which I got going here, let me turn this on. I got some shallots and some butter. Just at a gentle simmer here, sweat those out. To this, I'm gonna add some dates.
I love
bejeweled
dates.
Real nice in sweetness, and for some tartness, some dried cranberries. And these are all kind of pantry pulls right here. Very easy. We're gonna get these kind of activated in the oils, help marry those flavors of the shallot and the sweetness and all that. We're gonna add some thyme, fresh thyme. I love thyme, and our next ingredient, once this kind of starts getting all broken down and everything. Can I have that sage right now, please? We're gonna add that right in there. And when the sage hits the butter and the shallots and all that, just
Smells like
holiday
holidays.
magic happens,
Yeah.
right? All right, beautiful. Once we get all those aromatics and nuts sweated out, we're gonna add some dry sherry.
Oh.
And this is gonna help kind of create almost like a paste, if you will. So we're gonna simmer this for about 5-10 minutes until it turns into this consistency right here, right? Everything's bloomed, those cranberries have plumped up, the dates have plumped up, so we got all those flavors, sweet, tart, and we got our butterfly tenderloin here, which we're gonna season the inside of it first. Don't forget this step. You want top to bottom seasoning, a little salt and pepper, and we'll get the outside in a minute.
I like when the filling on something like a protein is moist, because then it's not pulling moisture from the protein as it cooks.
Yes.
It's like a brujol. Jeff.
Almost crust to crust it. It is like a
brujol.
fancy brujol. You know, minus flank steak, minus breadcrumbs and Italian seasonings and all that. We're going a little more holiday forward here. So you want to leave a little bit of give here on the end, about 1/2 of an inch, because we are going to be rolling this up. We don't want too much spilling out. Next comes, I need some crunch in this.
Yeah.
Another more almost Middle Eastern kind of Mediterranean flair to this. Some chopped Marcona almonds,
Oh, interesting.
right?
So the Marcona almond is from Spain. And, you know, a California almond is usually a little longer and drier, and the Marcona has more oils to it. It's shorter. It's called the queen of almonds.
It's really the only nuts that come where you have to like lick your fingers after doing
Yeah.
them. I love that
Get
about
those
that.
oily fingers.
So now we're gonna roll it up just like you would a pinwheel or whatever, right?
What?
Like a pinwheel. We're visualizing a centrifugal circle, right? Is that the word?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, it's close, right? Now, Geoffrey, you can grab some of that thyme for me, and we're going to, it's okay if some spilling, we're gonna clean it up before it goes in the oven. And instead of doing like one long...
No, those, I don't like that.
This is easier to cut with, it presents better. You get
agree
to
with you.
actually, how many people in your family? Just do one tie per people, and you got
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
slices, and have them dealing with taking the twine off. Beautiful, so we're gonna do that. Just keep doing that,
Yeah,
Geoffrey,
okay.
please. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
You know, a show I would watch would be called Fly on the Wall with Jeff Mauro. Just put like a camera in the corner for your holiday dinner and just let us watch. I just
Really?
want to, I just want to see, because I've already met a piece of the family.
Oh.
They're crazy fun.
Well, maybe I'll make it a point to have some cameras rolling this
It would be so
holiday
much fun to
season,
watch
yeah,
how
so
you
we can
guys
all
get
tune
down,
into.
man.
But after it's done, so this one, damn, Geoffrey, you can do a little more, but since there's 4 of us, I did four ties on that one. That's it, right? It's kind of protruding. We're gonna season the outside, right? Don't neglect it. We haven't hit the outside yet. A little salt and pepper on there. And we got our oven set at 225. It's gonna go in there for about 2 hours till it hits 120, 125. Really low and slow method. A lot of times this method is applied to like prime rib roast and stuff like that, where you wanna get top to bottom, even medium rare. And you can't really cook this over medium rare. It's a tenderloin, you wanna treat her gently. Cook it to medium rare is perfect, right? Not a lot of fat in here, but a ton of flavor and real soft, nice meat. So this is going in the oven. 225, about 2 hours. Keep an eye on it, keep your thermometer ready. I got one here that's been in the oven for about an hour, 45 minutes. I took its temp, it's about 122, 123, that's perfect. We just wanna sear it now. We don't wanna cook it anymore. We just wanna put some color on that outside. Because even though we cook this perfectly, all of our stuffing is heated through, it's all melded with the meat and everything. It's 125. We do wanna create that crust that we all love on a tenderloin. And what's better than to impart that color on there? Butter.
Yes.
Oh.
You can literally tell how
Careful.
juicy it's gonna be just by just how it.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I got another one here for us because I don't want to wait around anymore. I know you guys are hungry.
Yes, we are.
A beauty of this method, when you go low and slow like that in the oven, you don't really need to let it rest because it's essentially been resting for 2 hours in there, but this one is rested and I'm ready to carve.
Very little shrinkage.
Very little shrinkage because it didn't seize up when it hit a super piping hot oven or a grill or whatever. Right now, again, you could cut this off, but I like cutting it with it on, and you can always, let's see.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Money shot.
Man, that smells so good.
I'm gonna tear this up.
I don't think we'll be able to find Sonny for the next hour.
It's only gonna take 2 minutes. Man, Jeff, that looks beautiful.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
My goodness.
Get
Nice.
that guy. I don't want to. I love the ends too, right? One more here. Geoffrey, I'll give you this little piece here. But a little something I love to serve with my tenderloin, a little horseradish cream sauce.
Do it.
Look at that.
There's a place I like to go that has a chocolate fountain and prime rib.
Look at that. I even did some fancy
reminds
stuff
me of
for
that.
you, buddy. And look at, boom, put that right
Buffet.
in there. And then,
Happy holidays.
Your plating flair is on a 10.
well, thank you. Just be careful of the strings in there, obviously. You do want to cut them for your guests, but
Look at that.
I believe you guys can handle it.
Tender, Jeff.
Tenderoni.
You know, I've had some dishes with pork. You stuff it with apricots or dried fruit. What the addition of the fat that's naturally in a filet mignon really puts us over the edge. This is so good. It's just butter, and the cook is perfect, and that horseradish cream is spectacular.
No, when I think about making a marinade for lamb, or anything actually, I think about what's commonly used with it. I don't need to like reinvent the wheel every time. And when I think of lamb, I think of garlic, rosemary, and maybe some lemon. All kinds of Greek, Mediterranean flavors. So I'm gonna start with 4 big cloves of garlic. And instead of using the big food processor, I love this little mini chop. Just so convenient. I need 3 tablespoons of fresh rosemary. Unfortunately, I have a lot of it in my garden. Just peel it off the stems. Give it a big chop. There's something about the combination of lamb and rosemary. They just go together. So why fight it? I mean, if you wanted to do lamb and tarragon, the lamb would really sort of overpower the tarragon. But rosemary has that same kind of really like strong flavor that would stand up to it and complement it. My friend Frank's coming over. I know he loves lamb, so that's good. So that should be about 3 good tablespoons of rosemary. You don't have to cut it up so finely because I'm going to chop it up in the mini chop. You need a little oregano, 1½ teaspoons, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, and just give it a chop. Look how convenient this is. I love this. Sure beats chopping it up by hand. So I'm just gonna mix the marinade right in the dish that I'm gonna marinate the lamb in. So all of this just goes right in. And then I'm just gonna add classic marinade ingredients. So first I have freshly squeezed lemon juice, about a half a cup. Really important for it to be fresh. Half a cup of olive oil. It's like making a vinaigrette, actually. Lemon juice, olive oil. Just pour it in. And then to add to the flavor, I'm gonna add red wine to it. But you really wanna make sure it's a really good red wine. This is a good Côte d'Aron. Half a cup of red wine. I'm just gonna stir these guys together. Just stir all the herbs and the lemon juice. So what I've done is I've taken a rack of lamb and I've asked the butcher to cut it into individual chops. I'm just gonna put each one right in the marinade. So this is gonna marinate for about at least 2 hours. If I have time to marinate it overnight, that's what I do. So this is 2 racks of lamb, which makes 16 individual chops. I think that's enough for Frank and me. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap these up, put it in the fridge, and then I'm gonna get the grill all set up. Ready to grill the lamb. It's been marinating in the garlic and rosemary, oregano. Just gonna sprinkle it with salt and pepper just before I put it on the grill. Okay, well, these are gonna cook really fast, like 4 minutes on each side. I've got a grill that has pretty hot coals, but it's just 1 layer. You don't wanna overcook these guys. Whoa! So this is rack of lamb, and if you can only buy a rack of lamb whole and you don't have a butcher, you can just cut it into chops yourself. It's quite easy. It's Frenched, which means that the bones are cleaned off. Where's Geoffrey when I need him? Okay. Hot mint. Hot fire. Oh, I can really smell the garlic and rosemary, and the lamb's gonna be just delicious. It's gonna be so good with the yogurt and mint sauce. Yum. Because there's so much oil in the marinade, I actually wouldn't pour more marinade on it. Otherwise, you'll have like an inferno. I mean, do these look delicious or what? I think the thinner ones are done. I'm just gonna put them on a platter and then let them rest. I'm gonna cover them with foil, let them rest for about 10 minutes, and then all the juices get back into the lamb. Ooh, these look so delicious. By the time you get the small ones off, the bigger ones are ready, so it's a good system. Boy, that is one gorgeous platter of rack of lamb. Cover it with foil and just let all the juices get back into it. What you want to be sure is don't ever put it back in the marinade, and don't use the marinade as a sauce because it had raw meat in it. Cover it like that. Cover it really securely so it stays hot. Okay, I'm on a mission. I need mint and I need dill for my Greek lamb with yogurt mint sauce. My friend Frank is coming. I'm gonna make it for him. Okay, lots of mint, I love that. And dill I just grow in pots. I don't use much dill, but it's nice to have it when I have it. When I was thinking what kind of sauce would be good with the lamb, I thought classic Greek flavors again. So yogurt, mint, this is gonna be delicious. I'm making a mint and yogurt sauce for it. First, I need a half a cup of chopped mint leaves. I'm gonna chop up the leaves. I can certainly measure a half a cup of leaves, but it's a whole different measurement when they're chopped leaves. And I think it's much more accurate. And I want the flavors to be exactly the right proportion. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a big rough chop and then measure it. So the base of the sauce is yogurt, and then it's got all kinds of things, mint, dill, scallions to give it a little heat. It's gonna have lots of flavor, so that should be about half a cup. Right into the food processor. 2 tablespoons of dill. Dill, just run your knife along the stems. The stems of dill are tender, so it doesn't really matter. So I'd say that's about 2 tablespoons chopped dill and 6 scallions. I'm just gonna give them a rough chop because they're gonna get cut up in the food processor. This is not the place for dried herbs. You want really that fresh sort of zing of fresh herbs. Put it right in. Now for a little heat, just a little pinch of red pepper flakes. Just give it a little punch. tablespoon of olive oil. I'm gonna make a paste, which I'm gonna add the yogurt to. A little bit of lemon juice, about a tablespoon. We'll squeeze it right in. Okay, nice squeeze of lemon, just give it that fresh lemon hit. And just grind it up until a coarse paste. And that really releases all the fresh herb flavor. So I'm just gonna add 7 ounces of yogurt. This is Greek yogurt, of course, since we're making Greek lamb, which is really thick yogurt. Teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of pepper. Think Frank's gonna like this for lunch? And just give it a pour. So that's about as easy as the sauce gets, doesn't it? Just wanna make sure it tastes great. I love all the green herbs in it, it's just fantastic. It's really tangy from the yogurt, and the mint is so clear, and all the herbs, oh, this is just delicious. It's gonna be really good with the lamb. So because it's a really thick sauce, instead of pouring it over the lamb, I'm gonna put it under the lamb, I'll show you. I'm just gonna put it right down the middle of this plate, and then put the lamb right on top of it. Lamb's resting. When it's done, it's just gonna go right down the middle of this platter. Frank's gonna be here any minute. Well, how good does this look? Salad's done, the sauce is done, all I have to do is plate up the lamb. So I'm gonna put the lamb on with their little legs crossing. Let's see how this goes. Just like that. And just rest them right on the sauce. Oh, they're so juicy. Ah, grill some lamb and a man shows up. Works every time. So it's grilled Greek lamb.
With some fabulous sauce?
It's got a yogurt and mint sauce. So
Looks fantastic.
You ready for a little dinner?
I am
Yeah?
indeed.
Outside in the garden? What do you think, as long as we're
Sure.
talking about the garden?
That sounds great. Can I?
One more.
One more?
Yeah. Just like that. And maybe a little lemon on the end. Just in case. Does that look good?
Beautiful.
Okay, you take the lamb.
I got it.
I'll take the tomato salad.
Perfect.
We can imagine ourselves in Mykonos. Don't tell Geoffrey.
It's a braised pot roast made with pork
Oh.
with winter vegetable and stout.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you like a braising 101.
Okay.
Really important, this is how I braise almost everything. What you add to the braise is up to you. You can like have some fun, and we're gonna do that today. So, first of all, the most important thing, we have a boneless pork shoulder. Okay, it's less expensive than, say, a loin roast. And what I've done is I've had the butcher tie it, and you can see it's almost a little dry looking. That's because I've salted it on all sides for 24 hours in the fridge, uncovered, sort of like what you would do a turkey, right? So we talk about that all the time. And then what I'm gonna do is start to sear. Okay, so what we have here in a Dutch oven is some pancetta, and I've rendered it with some sage, okay? And we're gonna get that nice and crispy, and that fat is gonna help sort of like a pork on pork magic go on here, okay? So I'm gonna take this fat, this rendered pancetta out and put it on a sheet pan. We're not gonna throw this away because we're gonna add it to the braise right after. Really
Throw it
important.
away. Who would do that?
Never. So Jeff, you have a little 101 on vegetables.
Okay, well, so you've chosen rutabagas and turnips, okay? So this is a rutabaga, which is like a cross between a cabbage and a turnip. And this is a turnip, which is like a cross between a potato and a carrot. A little sweeter, a little starchier. This is a little earthier. Point being, they're great winter root vegetables to use and braise really well and give it a nice alternative to just a standard potato and carrot.
Yeah, braising 101, we're gonna use that because that's your sort of fun addition. And we're gonna use carrots and onions because I use that for every single braise. Now, as you can see, this is smoking. You want it to smoke, really important, and you wanna put this in fat side down, and you're gonna get a sear of your life. You can just see it's gonna work, right? Very important.
That's because you salted it, dehydrated
You hear that?
the exterior so you get a better crust.
Okay, now, I have one here that is going on, and I wanna show you the color. Can you see that?
Wow.
That's really important. You really want to get color on side. Don't skimp. This is the thing that takes time, but don't mess it up. Because once you put it in the oven, you're gonna be done with the dish practically. You're just gonna get some garnish. Okay, so we're gonna pull this out now, and you have here, remember, all that sagey, porky, salty, incredible flavor down in here, and we're gonna add our vegetables. Jeff.
I cut this nice and thick and big,
Great
right?
job.
Because they are gonna break down in that braise. You don't want them to disappear completely.
Carrots, onions, garlic, our rutabaga and turnips. Sorry about that. Our rutabaga and turnips. Okay, and then we're just gonna saute it a bit. And you're not gonna actually cook these. You're getting them wet and softened with all that fat. So you want to start the process.
Soak it up.
Oh, this is going great. Now you're getting a real sear on that.
Are you guys braisers? I mean, what do you braise? What meat?
Man, all the
Yeah,
time.
I love a good braised pork loin.
Yeah.
I love a braised anything. Let's put it in there and braise it.
I'm gonna add some rosemary, some sage, one of my secret ingredients.
Miso.
Look at this guy.
Tomato paste. We're gonna give that a quick stir, and then we're gonna add our stout. This is just to get the paste out of the raw stage and get it started to cook. It's gonna cook for 3 hours, so you don't have to worry about it.
And the difference between braising and stewing, the braise is a bigger cut of meat.
Yes.
And the liquid doesn't completely cover it.
Yes.
Whereas the stew, it's smaller cuts of meat and it's all covered.
Exactly. We're gonna add our stout, 2 bottles.
Double journey over here. Look at this guy.
How long did you practice?
30 years.
Look at that.
We're gonna add our chicken stock, and you can use beef stock, vegetable stock, but what's the point of using vegetable stock in this point, right?
I agree.
Just if you've got it in your pantry.
That's right.
And
You're
that's
gonna
the
put
only
this
choice.
back, and you're gonna nestle this. Oh, doesn't that look great? And then the magic. Remember this pancetta with the sage
it's
that we
going
crisped
back
up?
in
That's
there.
going
We're
in
not
there. Yes,
worthy.
exactly.
We're not worthy.
Abracadabra.
We're gonna put this in a 300-degree oven for about 3 to 3.5 hours. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time, and go in there and put a fork in it. It should just like fall apart.
To me, this is
going
Sunday
in?
perfection.
This is great.
You put this
Sonny, would you open that for
on
me?
and just relax, watch some TV. The house starts to smell incredible. And then you bring it out to the table and everyone loses their mind.
Exactly.
Okay, so again, this is something that we had as a child, like all the time. We were always braising because what we were buying is very inexpensive cuts of meat because we didn't have the money to afford filet mignon.
You know?
Just want to take a look at this. Oh,
Oh.
you see that?
Perfection. Stop it.
Isn't that beautiful? Whoa! Now what I've
Stop
done is
it right
I've already
now.
removed the string as it was resting, so I just get in there, and now, this is really important. We're gonna put this up just a bit. We're gonna heat this just a second. And so what I'm gonna add to this, if there's any string, just make sure that it's removed. And as you can see, it's a sauce. It's made its own. It's kind of remarkable. The beer and the stock and the fat and the pancetta, everything from the vegetables makes the sauce.
I don't
So
know about
shiny.
y'all, but my mouth is watering.
It is. This is.
It's just like a natural reaction that happens.
It's very rich. I'm gonna add a touch of vinegar.
Yeah.
Sherry
You got
wine
it.
or Chardonnay, a sweeter vinegar.
Okay.
Just a touch. All right. So this is something I really like to sort of make. It's an inexpensive cut of meat, but it doesn't have to look like it's inexpensive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna sort of have some fun with this.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like cut this now. This is so moist. I cut it in slightly thicker pieces because if you cut it too
It'll
thin,
shred,
it's just
right?
gonna- Can you see
Oh,
that?
look at that steak.
Can you just see that gorgeousness happening?
It's so jiggly. I love
That's
jiggly
how you
meat.
know it's
I love
juicy.
jiggly meat.
I thought for sure you'd say, go ahead, baby, Jeff. You left me hanging on that.
Sorry. I was too distracted by
I
the
get it.
giant
Okay.
piece of jiggly meat.
So I want to very carefully move this over here because it is going to fall apart if you're not careful. There you go. Okay.
My goodness.
Let's take this sauce, and then we're just gonna ladle some of the sauce, and mostly the vegetables. And remember, there's a lot of sauce, but there's the vegetable. You spend all that time on the vegetables. You really want to put them on top and show them off. I love vegetables, and I love to show them off.
This is the hardest job. You make fun of me for wanting to eat this food. Are you kidding me?
Some fried capers.
Look at this guy.
Okay.
Capers, yeah. A
Okay.
little bit of fried onions.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
into that.
Yes.
Texture, right?
you
do
fry
that
those
little bit.
yourself or
I love
those-
that.
Yes, these are all
canister.
real fried. Some fried parsley, which I love. And
Fried parsley.
I was afraid that was seaweed. I'm glad to hear it's parsley.
fresh mint.
What? Yes.
Fresh mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love mint and meat. It's so delicious.
Yeah, and a little bit of cilantro to give it that real. When you bring it to the table, it should smell like something.
Look at this.
So
It's a
fantastic.
masterpiece.
Okay. Are we ready? I think it's done.
We are
Is there
ready,
anything-
GC. We've been ready.
Okay. There you go. Pork roast. All right. Jeff, you get the taste.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna give you the end piece.
I-
Okay. This is
Herb just
really.
hit me in the face. Can you smell it?
Oh, I gotta get some of that Crispies. I mean, I'm gonna say something real quick.
Say something.
All right?
Say something.
This is the best braised dish I've ever had. So you
Wow.
have to make it.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
it's not only the best, but it's probably the easiest, right? And do not neglect the accoutrement on here with the fried capers. So you can get the crunch of the onion and those capers on there. Is such a nice surprise. But the meat itself and the root vegetables in there give it just this warm, it's like someone literally jumped into my soul, went down my body, and gave my tummy the biggest, loveliest cuddle hug it's had in a very long time.
We're gonna make a turkey with white truffle butter, which I think is such a great idea. And you're gonna put it under the skin, right?
Yes. What we want to do is with your hands, and this is not the most pleasant job in the world, and pretty much you don't want to have anything on your hands like a big rock that's going to tear the turkey skin because you want to keep it
Well, you wanna have a big rock on
intact.
your hands, but not while you're making the turkey.
Or not this hand that's going underneath the turkey. And then we take wads of butter.
Wads of butter, always a good idea. It is
we-
Thanksgiving after all.
We smush it around underneath the skin. And what this butter is going to do is help keep the meat very, very moist and also perfume the entire bird.
I'm just gonna take an onion and cut it in eighths. You don't even have to peel it, just like that.
Because rather than stuffing the turkey, we're just going to put aromatics in the cavity, which actually lessens the roasting time.
Exactly, I think it's such a good idea because if you stuff the turkey, it takes a long time for the stuffing to get cooked, and by then the outside's actually overcooked.
And then you don't get crunchy stuffing either.
And we love crunchy stuffing. Okay, so we've got an onion and a half a head of garlic, the whole thing, peel and all. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is
Let's get the
salt and
cavity
pepper it,
ready,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna hold it open and I'm gonna put
Yeah.
salt in, lots of salt.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of salt. Make sure it tastes really good. And pepper. Okay, and then onions. So what's the craziest question you ever got?
Well, it wasn't so much a question, but it was a story. I was on a country music radio station, and somebody called in and said, you know, when you work for a company, you never know whether they're going to give you that Thanksgiving turkey, and you end up with two because they give it to you at the last minute. And she claimed that she put the extra in the freezer, in the garage, and the garage burned down.
The
And she-
garage burned down.
And she
So she had roast turkey
When
with
she
that?
opened the freezer, the turkey was perfectly cooked.
That's a great story. That's the wackiest Thanksgiving story I ever heard.
But
Okay.
lots of sometimes people forget to put the giblets, take out the
Oh,
giblets.
everybody
because-
forgets
but
that once.
That doesn't really hurt the turkey. Okay,
So
we want
got
some
fresh
thyme in there.
Actually, the wackiest story I ever heard is a very good friend put the turkey in the oven, set it, and went for a walk and came back, couldn't open the oven door. And I said, why? She said, because I set it on clean. So they had to unscrew the door in order to get the turkey out. And I said, what did you do? And she said, I served it. She said, it was very clean. Okay, so should I tie it up?
Sure.
So what's the most popular misconception about turkeys?
Well, you have to fuss over it while you're cooking it.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
People want to brine it for days. They want to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They want to cook it at all different temperatures.
They
on
want to
the
fry
grill. Deep fat fry it.
Deep fat fry it.
I've tried that. I almost set my house on fire.
I think everybody who's ever tried it set their house on fire.
Just going to drizzle a couple tablespoons of olive oil over, pat it all over. And this is just almost like suntan lotion. Helps with the even browning, no SPF in here. The turkey roast gets it nice and brown, and you just want to rub a light coating all over. And once that is on, you want to take your time, a little bit extra time.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And just sprinkle it over the top, sort of in a very French bistro manner, and then lots of salt and pepper again on the
Lots of salt
skin.
and pepper.
Because I don't know about you, but I live to eat the turkey skin.
Okay, into the oven, 325 degrees for about 2.5 to 3 hours until the white meat is 160 degrees right in the middle of the breast, and the good news is no basting. About halfway through, when the breast is golden, cover it loosely with aluminum foil just to prevent the skin from burning. And how's this for an idea? If you want the skin to be crisp, don't baste the turkey at all. After 2.5 hours, test the turkey with the thermometer placed right in the center of the breast, which is the thickest part of the turkey. When it registers 160 degrees, it's done. Take the turkey out to rest for 15 to 20 minutes and cover it tightly with aluminum foil. It'll bring all the juices back into the turkey. Whoa, this is one big bite. Just let all the juices, because that has the garlic and the onion in it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, you're in charge.
First thing I want to do
Gentlemen,
is
start your
just
carving engines.
take away the trussing strings. And then to get beautiful, nice, even breast slices, what I do is I put the fork at the top, and then I make a deep cut parallel to the turkey's breastbone, as deep as I can, going all the way until the knife hits the bone. And then from the top, I start going down in nice, thin, even slices like that,
so
transferring
good.
them to a platter. And it's carving beautifully because of the resting.
This smells so good. And I'm just gonna take the pan juices while you do that and
Okay.
pour them into the sauce boat, and we can pour them over. And this has all that truffle butter in it.
Oh, those look beautiful, nicely brown juices.
Isn't that great? So next you do the wings?
Yes, after you get all the breast meat off,
Yeah.
and then you tackle the drumsticks.
Tackle would be the operative term.
A little bit of a wrestling match, but they'll probably come off.
Actually, I find if you just wiggle the knife a little bit, you really get into the right place.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to taste this. Don't we need a little bit of truffle butter sauce on it? A little of the juices.
Oh, that was great.
So good. Maybe a little sprinkling of salt, because Sarah and I agree on salt. And do we need to taste it? I have knives and forks for everybody. Or am I gonna, I'm gonna give you a taste. How's that?
All right.
And I'm using my fingers. That's the best turkey I ever had.
What I have here is an organic, free-range chicken that's been washed. Okay? I'm gonna stuff the cavity of the chicken with some things that really taste good. Okay? I use a lemon because I like that bright flavor that lemon gives chicken. I'm also gonna stuff it with some garlic and some herbs. We're gonna use fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and fresh parsley. All right, I'm gonna season the inside of the chicken first with a little bit of salt and a little bit of cracked pepper. So I'm gonna crack some pepper for me. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna take the lemon, and I stick the lemon in there. I'm gonna take some of these herbs, half a head of garlic, just kind of wrap it around like that, okay? I'm gonna stick it inside the chicken. I'm gonna tie the chicken up. So take some string, some butcher twine, and get a nice long piece. Take the string, okay, wrap it underneath the wings like that. You go underneath the legs, all right, and then see that right there? See that? When you hold it together, it's gonna stay nice and moist when it cooks, all right? So I've got one chicken here, and I've got this size roasting pan that's gonna fit comfortably, because if you overcrowd your pan, if I put 5 chickens in here, it's gonna steam, it's not gonna really roast. The dry heat is really not gonna penetrate the chicken that much. I'm gonna take some potatoes and just throw some new potatoes. Let me cut in half. We're gonna season it, a good amount of salt, fresh cracked pepper. All right, so I'm gonna drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil on top, just like that. All right, now guys, always be sure to wash your hands after handling raw chicken. You guys got this? Check out my man's food notes. You guys are in trouble, man. You guys are in trouble.
Got a lot of pepper.
Now,
The lemon.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll take the herbs.
Yeah, go for it.
You're gonna wrap them in the.
We wrap them around, just like Tyler
Let me
said.
stick it in.
You can stick it.
It's all gushy.
Yeah. It's a chicken, Miles.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
That's his thing.
Underneath the wings, I'm gonna come this direction with it.
Let me try yours.
Underneath the legs, and just pull the whole thing together.
No. No.
Let me try yours. Oh,
Are we sticking to?
I want to spread the potatoes. Is it oily enough?
That's good. That's enough. Okay. I think we finished.
Now that is a good-looking pan of chicken. Look at that.
Reversed seared ribeye.
Oh,
Reverse seared. I'm sure you've heard of this. It's all the rage right now, but it is a very easy way to kind of get that perfectly cooked top to bottom steak with minimal work, a little extra time, and a lot of forgiveness, right? Because your steak's never gonna overcook with this method, and it's gonna be perfect every time. I'm starting with these ginormous bone-in double cut ribeyes.
That's
Look
like
at that.
2 inches?
That is about 2 inches right there, okay? Now, you can salt this ahead of time overnight in the fridge, kind of let it dry out. That's a great method to do, but we're gonna start with just salting it right now. I have my oven set at 225. No pans are hot yet.
225.
Right?
pans
We're
are hot yet.
starting in the oven. 225. Usually you sear and finish in the oven, right? With the reverse sear method, right, we are going to start in the oven, low and slow.
So do you have to have those room
225.
temperature, Jeff?
What's that?
Should you have those room temp before you
Yes,
put
you
them in the
should
oven?
definitely have these room temp, right? So
Jeff, how
about
many
an
people
hour
you-
output. Something like this could take about 2 hours outside
How many
of
people
the
you
fridge.
think those steaks feed?
These one will feed I mean, this will definitely feed a family of 4, possibly a family of 6 with a nice side dish like potatoes and a salad and everything.
Oh, foreshadowing.
Yes. So we are gonna season all 4 sides of this steak liberally with salt and pepper. So that means this side, the ends, and the top and the bottom.
I think we're talking about seasoning like a pro. I mean, everybody doesn't put enough salt and pepper on the steak. It's just, it's basically salt crusted a steak. And
It's impossible to put too much
That's correct.
salt on that
It
piece
is.
of meat.
I like your idea of overnight. I think for that size, overnight is a great idea.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
The
I
air
put
on
it
it.
on, and the same thing we're gonna cook it on.
Yeah.
So you get the, you know, the air moving around it and to help kind of dry it out, dehydrate the edge. All right, so we got all the sides properly seasoned into the oven at 225. Now let's talk about the most important part of reverse searing, because there's no way to guess the internal temperature, especially when you're going low and slow in the oven. So you need an instant read thermometer, please.
It's worth it. It's so worth it. Less than
It is.
$10 you can find one.
You got this one, right? This is
Yeah.
like $7.99 at your grocery store. It's just a regular analog one. Fine in a pinch, but sometimes after, rolling around in the drawer for a couple years, it's gonna lose its accuracy. So if you have this, make sure you get a pot of water boiling. And do we know what water boils at, what temperature?
Jeezy always says it.
212.
212, baby. So if you got boiling water and this is in it, it doesn't say 212, it's not accurate. Try to, you can adjust it there. Or you got these one little kind of stick digital thermometers, great too. But
Look
again,
at you got
be
it
careful.
all.
I got it all. Or my favorite, this is
That's
kind of that
great.
remote.
Those are great.
Instant read where you can stick it in the meat,
Yeah.
keep it outside your oven, and keep an eye on it without disrupting the cook by opening the oven. Because if we're looking, we ain't
Cooking.
That's right, into the oven, 225 for about, this is gonna take an hour. All right, but it depends on your oven and how big the steaks are.
You know what's also important is like anything that's marbled works best. Like you don't want to put a thin piece of steak
Yeah.
with something really marbled, thick.
Very
like
nice. It
porterhouse.
helps render all
Yeah.
that delicious
Flavor.
fat in there. You're
Yeah.
gonna get, like, every bite's gonna be buttery.
Yeah.
So if you wanna cook it to rare, you're gonna take it to 105.
Yep.
If you want it medium rare, 115. If you want it medium, do the math, 125, right? Because it's gonna finish cooking once we sear it in the pan. Here we are right now. Take this out. You could smell the pepper. You smell the beef fat rendering. In this, right? Obviously, you don't got the crust on there. We're gonna get to that in a second, but we are gonna let this rest for a couple minutes, tent it, but you could see it like, it's like jiggly.
Oh, you can tell.
It's
just
like
from touching.
jiggly,
I see
which
it.
means it's super soft, but this baby's 118, top to bottom, no gray band around it. We're gonna get to searing after we're resting here.
But first, while Jeff's steaks are resting, I'm gonna make a new spin on a classic steak side. You know I like it in meat and potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm making my crispy smash rosemary garlic fingerling potatoes.
Whoa, that's a lot of adjectives.
It's a lot of words. But it's so simple. It's a long title for something that's very, very simple. Fingerling potatoes, delicious. They call them that because they look like a little finger. Did you know now you can buy them in a bag that you steam in the microwave?
Whoa!
Yes, you can.
Wow.
And I love to do it all the time. It saves me so much time. So this recipe starts with a zap in the microwave, about 2 to 3 minutes less than instructed on the packet.
Look at them, they're
Those
beautiful.
are big fingers.
Those are really big.
Wow.
The ones I buy
Those are
are
fat
not that
fingerlings.
big. So anyway, some of them will come out really large. Obviously, you're gonna take them, cut those in half, but the ones that are small, just leave them whole. Medium, you can cut those in half as well. And you really wanna wait until it gets to a temperature where you can actually touch it. So now that I've got these cut, I'm gonna get some fat into my pan. It's really simple to do. We're going to smash them and fry them in a pan. 3 tablespoons of butter. Equal amount of olive oil.
That would be 3 tablespoons.
And then, yeah.
I'm just hey, you never know.
I like to get the rosemary sprigs in there. Watch the rosemary. As the rosemary sprigs start to cook, take them out. You'll know that they're cooking because they're gonna get a little bit darker in color. And then just move this around. You're gonna also start smelling it.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
puff as well because there's water in there. All right, so Jeff, if you don't mind helping me smash, but what I like to do is I'll just take a bottom of a glass or a cup measure or something like that.
Ooh, I like
and
that.
then I just go in and I kind of gently smash. Now, you're not trying to decimate. You're gonna go to about 1/4 of an inch thick there. And you see how my pan really is kind of swimming a little bit here?
Yeah.
No, I love, Sonny, you left some of the skin on. I love that. You gotta have
You gotta leave the skin on.
Oh, my God.
It's the best part. You're just gonna get it right into...
This is another great pro tip because, you know, so many people go out to dinner and they say, how do I get my potatoes crispy like that at home? With the par cooking, then lots of butter and oil.
And plus, breaking up the potato helps all that even more steam release.
Exactly.
And ensuring a crispier
Plus, if your
crust.
team crunch and texture, this is how you maximize it. So these are gonna get nice and browned on the side. And let me show you this rosemary. Once it starts to stiffen up, you kind of know it's got all that flavor in the butter. We're gonna use this later when the potatoes are done. Thank you, Jeff.
I did good.
So just get these in, and then as soon as they start to golden on one side, I'm gonna flip them, but they're not done yet.
Okay, beautiful. Let me get back to the steak here because it is rested. Now, the beauty of this, if you are in a jam, you really don't have to rest these steaks that you reverse here because they are essentially resting in the oven, kind of coming, you know, you're not shocking the meat ever. So it doesn't really need that rest. But since we are putting it right in this pan, look at those, come on. We are gonna start with just a very hot, medium-high heat cast iron skillet here. Just a little oil. We got some butter here that we're gonna get to in a minute, and I like to start on that top side because that's gonna be the crispiest. And that's what we're looking for. Here we go, we're ready to flip. Look at that, it's only been a couple minutes. You wanna sear it not too long, but you want that beautifully. You just need that time for that Maillard effect. Wow. Look at that, right there.
So 2 minutes each side?
What's that?
2 minutes each
2 minutes aside. So now, since we don't wanna burn the butter in the beginning, now we can butter baste it even further. Turn the heat down a little bit after that second side gets crusty. Some over here. We kind of tilt the pan. Look at that.
Oh, this is so beautiful when
And
you do
just
the
start.
butter bathing.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Add some garlic in here if you want some of Sonny's rosemary might be good. Whoa, oh, yeah, Sonny.
You need a little rosemary.
Sonny, I smell those potatoes, too. There's no shortage of butter and beef going on right now. This is almost obscene.
So I'm gonna take the rosemary that we fried, just kind of crinkle it with your fingers. Get it into a bowl. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Now to the bowl, I like to add garlic, but the way I like to do it is kind of rub the bowl with the garlic instead of tossing the potatoes in the garlic. The bowl is just laden with it, so just like that. And then I like to get the potatoes in there. They should be pretty sturdy after you've fried them up like that. Some parsley.
I'm searing the ends of this steak here. Remember, there are 4 sides to the steak, so everything needs a little love in this butter, right? Especially that fat cap right there. Oh, my God.
There you go.
So good.
Look at that. Ooh,
Oh, beautiful, Sonny.
all those potatoes needed some meat, Jeff.
Oh, I got it right here. We are good to go. I'm gonna shut off my heat. And now we can let these puppies, you don't even need to let them rest. That's the beauty of this, right? But you just wanna put them on a wire rack while we're slicing it. And I don't know, which one should I think it's that. You want that one? All right.
This is gorgeality at another level.
Gorgeality is a brand new word. I like that.
Gorge. It is gorge.
I mean, you know, put them.
Do it. Do it, Jeff.
And now you can steakhouse cut it. Jeff, come on, man. So you want to kind of follow that bone down.
Oh, yeah.
I call the first
how
bone.
easy that cut.
Look at that,
too.
nothing, right? But again, we're gonna cut this steakhouse. Look, nothing. Look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how even that cook is. And that's why we spent the time, but really minimal effort doing that reverse sear method. You could do this with tenderloins, you could do this with strip steaks, skirt steaks, any type of, you know, you could do this with pork and chicken and everything.
You know, something I love about this is that's an expensive cut of meat, and you don't want to risk messing it up. So this is the foolproof way to do it.
Oh. And you know what? And a lot of this, a little of this goes a long way too, right?
We get the taste.
Yes.
You do.
Hold on a second.
Hold on, get a little bit on top. Hey. Oh, little sea salt on top, and that's all you need. Salt and pepper on this. It's so good. Hold on, Geoffrey. Wait, whoa. Oh!
I heard a promise of some butter drizzle. I heard a promise of some butter drizzle earlier, Jess, so.
Okay.
Whoa. Pass it down. That's just disrespectful.
And that's hot butter, so when it hits that steak, you actually hear it sizzle.
This is what we're having for breakfast.
Let me cut some more here.
Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, those potatoes are so crispy.
You know what else? The potato, you put it in that juice with the butter.
I feel like I'm in the fanciest steakhouse restaurant having this. Feel like some seasoned pros just fed you, Kate? It is so delicious.
Pot roast is the perfect Sunday lunch because you just put it in the oven before you leave for church, and then when you get home, it's ready. I had to make a lot of really bad pot roasts before I finally figured it out. But once I cracked the code, I learned to appreciate how beautiful a good pot roast is. I've been browning some onion halves in this pan. Look how gorgeous they are. I love cooked onions. I love brown cooked onions. Now I'm gonna throw in some carrots. And this pan is really, really hot. And the point is to get a little color on these vegetables before we put them all in the pan together and cook the whole thing. I'm gonna grab my meat. Part of why I had to make friends with the pot roast is that I've always had a freezer full of roasts. Those are always the last things to go after the steaks and the hamburgers and the good stuff. And for the longest time, I just could not figure out how to make a good pot roast. Every time I made a pot roast, it was tough. And I thought, erroneously, that I was cooking the pot roast too long. So it was sort of a vicious cycle. The next time I'd make one, I'd cook it a little less. And the next time I'd make it, I'd cook it a little less. But what I didn't know, and what I would soon learn, is that pot roast needs to be cooked for a long, long period of time over low heat in order to dissolve the tough connective tissues in the meat. These carrots are nice and brown. It only took a couple minutes. That's what a hot, hot pan will do for you. Now, this is a chuck roast, which is my favorite cut of roast. Got salt and pepper on it. I'm just gonna press it against the bottom of that pan. Just sear it, get a nice golden brown on both sides. I think through the years, pot roast has gotten a little bit of a bad rap because it can seem a little bit uninspired at times. But honestly, a good pot roast is one of the best things you'll ever eat. I love having a freezer full of roasts now so I can see how many different ways I can prepare them. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip this over to the other side. It already smells delicious. And it hasn't even begun to cook yet. Okay, this is nice and brown. Now I'm gonna take the meat out just for a minute. And now I'm gonna grab some beef broth. Now, I know that some people always have a pitcher of homemade beef broth in their fridge at all times. Probably a ceramic pitcher at that. But I use a carton out of my pantry. I'm just keeping it real here. Okay, that should be good. I've loosened up all those wonderful, flavorful particles in the bottom of the pan. And now I'm just gonna add the meat back into the pan, right into the liquid. And And I'll just add the vegetables. And this would be delicious on its own, but I have found that a couple of sprigs of fresh herbs can completely transform a pot roast from delicious to life-changing. I'm using rosemary and thyme. You don't need to chop them up, just throw in the sprigs. Okay, now at this point it gets really, really complicated, so pay attention. You take the lid and you put it on the pot. It's not really complicated, I was just kidding. Now it goes into a 275-degree oven for 3 or 4 hours, depending on the size of your roast. You don't need to fiddle with it, you don't need to stir it, you don't even need to check on it. Just let it go.
Roast chicken. I can do this in my sleep. So I'm gonna just check the chicken for any leftover pin feathers. And I'm gonna pat it dry on the outside. And I do that so that when I brush it with butter and salt and pepper, it'll stick to it. All the giblets have been taken out and saved for another time. So I'm just gonna stand it up like this and just salt and pepper the inside. And all you need to do is just take this whole lemon, cut it in quarters, and just stuff it in the middle. I'm gonna take this entire head of garlic, cut it right in half. It's gonna be just like a hint of garlic, and it gets into the juices in the vegetables in the pan. It's so delicious. And then I have some fresh thyme, and just stuff it right inside this great chicken. Now all I have to do is brush of butter on the top, salt and pepper, and it's ready to go. You want to melt the butter but not let it burn. Butter's actually better for this than olive oil. The butter has some milk solids in it that burn a little bit, so it makes the chicken nice and brown. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to brush the entire outside of this chicken, this gorgeous little chicken, and then season it with salt and pepper. I know it seems like a lot of salt, but it's really important for the chicken to have lots of flavor, and that'll do it. And pepper. Okay, this looks gorgeous. Now the next thing I'm going to do is truss it, which is sort of to tie it up so that it cooks evenly. The whole point of trussing is if its little legs are out like this, the legs can very easily get burnt and the meat can get overcooked. So what I want to do is pull it into its body so it cooks really well. And all I have to do is tie the legs together and it'll do that. And you'll see. There are all these very complicated ways to truss a chicken, but this is about as easy as it gets. So I'm going to just take a length of kitchen twine and just tie these little legs together. And I leave long ends so it's easy to take the twine off. Nobody wants to eat twine for dinner. So just like that. And then its little wings just go under here. Just tuck them under. The whole bird doesn't have to be wrapped in twine. I've seen some birds that look like they're in bondage. Roast chicken's just the best kind of comfort food. And the good news is it can be a really simple meal or it can be a really elegant one. Okay, that's ready to go. And now I'm going to make some vegetables. So all the juices from the chicken are going to get into the vegetables and they'll all cook together, and it's going to be so delicious. So into the oven, 425 degrees for about an hour and a half. Can't wait. That roast chicken smells so good. Oh, looks perfectly done. It's been in for about an hour and a half, and there are lots of ways to tell chicken is done. Oh, and all those delicious juices coming out into the vegetables. So the first test, I'm just going to take this little string off so nobody ends up eating it. First test is to shake hands with its leg. If it wobbles like that, it's perfect. The second one is to cut between the leg and the thigh and just make sure the juices are running clear. And if they are, it's definitely done. And it's done. So I'm just going to cover it with aluminum foil. It's really important when you're roasting meats, chicken, beef, anything, to let it rest for about 20 minutes after it comes out of the oven. I'm just going to keep it covered so it stays nice and warm. And all the juices run back into the meat, and it makes it so delicious. And then I think I'll put the vegetables back in the oven and let them caramelize a little bit while the chicken rests. Resting for about 20 minutes. It's going to be perfect. Time to carve it. So the trick to carving a chicken is I'm going to pull the leg off first. I find that easiest. So I usually take the legs off first, put them on my plate. platter. And depending on how big the legs are, I'll just carve them a little bit, but not too much, into sort of chunks. And then the wing comes off. Ugh, it's just so juicy inside. It's just wonderful. A friend of mine said that Julia Child, how's that for a teacher, showed her how to do this, and it's really brilliant. I've done it ever since. Take the entire breast off in one piece, and then slice it directly across, like this. The whole thing goes on the plate. When you cook a chicken at high temperature, the skin's one of the best parts because it's nice and crisp. And now the vegetables, I'm gonna keep this for later for chicken stock. I'm just gonna mix it all together, all those juices. Oh, it's just delicious. And all of these carrots and fennel and onions and fresh thyme, I'm just gonna put it right on the platter with the chicken. I'm gonna take all the juices of the vegetables and the chicken in the bottom and just run them all over the chicken. Really use everything in that pan. Just fabulous. Maybe a little sprinkling of good kosher salt over the top. Who wouldn't want to be home for this dinner?
Prosciutto-wrapped pork loin. Okay, that's a pork loin. Basically, if you took a rack of pork and took all the bones off, that's what it would look like. So have your butcher do this. Get the best you can, and never buy lean pork. Remember the other white meat thing? That's not good. You want fat. This has to have fat.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna add a little fat to it since we've took some of the fat off in the butchering. Jeff Mauro.
Yes, Jeff.
In order to flavor this baby really good, we need to be a little sage butter mustard sauce without butter.
Okay.
So sage, shallots, mustard, parsley, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Sign the painting.
That's it.
You got that?
Done.
It shouldn't be like a pesto, not too oily, all right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna take this loin and thoroughly season it. Very
Gigi, that's
important.
a fairly inexpensive cut, right?
Barely.
Yeah.
But what is great about this is it really is a showstopper, as I said, and
Yeah.
it really looks good. And this is a very impressive dish that's really easy to do.
You're not spinning like you would on a beef tenderloin.
And everything that I'm doing right now, you can do in advance. It's even better if you do it the night before, so all the flavors set. And you get the oven, you get a pan, I'll show you, and you put it right in. Jeff, Mauro, you gotta get your hands dirty here. I want you to rub my loin. Loin of pork.
He was waiting all morning to say that.
He had a team of writers come up with that in the back. They're
I want you
very
to rub my
union,
pork loin
too.
with that mixture, okay?
Trying to get it, but you know.
Okay, while you're doing that, while you're struggling with that, we're gonna make the glaze. Okay, so brown sugar, very spicy barbecue sauce. Smoky
Can I
and
tell you,
spicy.
you're right about the pork loin being a showstopper.
It is.
This is the way to wow.
Okay,
like-
star anise, a lot, orange zest, cinnamon,
The whole stick.
chili, maple syrup.
What kind of chili? Any
That's a
kind, just
jalapeno.
fire? Okay.
You can do jalapeno, habanero, whatever
Serrano,
you want. You can, you know, whatever you fancy. If you want a little hotter, you can use a habanero, Scotch bonnet if you want to really go hot. Okay? And you're just gonna bring that to a boil. Very simple, and that's it. You're not cooking this whatsoever.
So, okay, just right on here. I'm just
Right,
gonna
just smear it.
do these with
And
these
I'm
with
gonna
this
get
catcher's glove here.
I'm gonna get the magic wrap. The magic wrap
yeah.
is prosciutto.
Here's
now,
the showstopper.
this
coming out.
I buy usually. You go get your butcher will slice this for you, and lay it out just like you want it. So basically, this can be bought like that. And usually, what they do is they fold it
Right.
like a slice of ham, and they give it to you. But that's the way you want it. Just like leave it like that. Put it in the fridge. It should be very cold.
Okay.
Jeff, you're doing great.
Thank you, sir.
Put it right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Look at
Right
that.
in the middle. Oh. Come on, how good is this looking already?
Crazy.
We're thinking about it, right?
I
You're
can't
thinking
wait to
about-
make this, and I haven't even seen the finished product.
So you
I
ready?
know I'm gonna like it.
And then this, and
Look
just
at
sort
that.
of get it like peeled off.
Ease of preparation.
Well, the reason this is cold, you see how it's cold? It just stays nice like that.
This is so easy, and I thought that was gonna be so hard to get it wrapped around there.
Okay, so what I have is one right here. I've made one in the fridge. Let's get that out, Jeff.
Great.
Just keep it nice and cold.
How long do you refrigerate
Thank
it?
you.
Overnight?
Literally,
Thanks a lot.
You haven't done much.
Is this overnight fridge or 6 hours or what we doing,
Okay,
Jeezy?
I love to do this overnight, as I said.
Right.
Because it's cold, but it's okay because it's going to a very hot oven.
And I'd like to point out that this is a pork loin, not a pork tenderloin. Which
No,
is totally different
yes, a lot
muscle.
bigger.
So you see that the
That's a lot
part
bigger.
that's sort of like the seam is down. So the
Good
presentation is
presentation.
better. okay? Into a 425-degree oven.
Oh, wow, that's it, huh?
And then what happens is, it's got to cook till it gets to 120. This is really important, everybody, when you're using pork. Use a digital thermometer.
Yeah.
People always ask me, how long does it take? And I'm like, until it's cooked. 120, take it out for a second, and then you're gonna baste it with this beautiful syrup that we made. Look how nice it looks right now. Just baste it. And then, when it reaches 140 degrees, you bring it out and carve it.
Oh.
Take a look at that.
That's a showstopper.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, you see how limber it was when it
What
came
about
out?
that?
They'll let you know what's going on the inside.
We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to that. You ready?
Yes.
Should we do the
Oh
thing?
my God.
Yeah, do the thing.
Oh, so notice how just everything just clung to it. The sage dressing, the pork.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
break it.
Yeah, that rub.
Juicy.
Look how juicy that is.
It's so juicy. Oh, okay, let's just carve this sucker.
Now, when you're shopping for your holiday get-together for meat, you should go for about 8 ounces per person. If you got really hungry guests like us, go for 12 ounces a person.
And if Gus is coming over,
Well,
14.
43.
Do you see how juicy that is?
Beautiful. And look how crispy the prosciutto looks.
could I have that? Could you warm that up for me? That big pan of stuff.
This right here, huh?
Yeah, that's the shot right there.
Look at this.
Wowzers.
Oh, man. Look at that. That's a bubbling.
Look at that. Look.
That is beautiful.
So very
An
simple.
affordable cut of meat, too. A pork loin is...
So none of this is going to waste.
No.
See, so everything is going on that pork loin. So you have the juices from the pork. You have that beautiful maple syrup glaze with a spicy barbecue sauce and a jalapeno, brown sugar.
Wow.
Jeff, got it going.
Now, what about this stuff?
That's just extra.
Oh, we can put a little on the side, maybe.
A little on the side.
Sounds good.
Oh, Jeff, do it.
I mean, the pork is so juicy. I mean, this is really the juiciest pork loin I've ever had without brining.
No brine.
Or marinating or any extra time involved other than rubbing it in that herb mixture.